guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you 10 tips to save money wisely. I know that majority of us have such a spending attitude whereby we have to spend, and some of us have a lot of debt to pay. So of course it's very important to save. You could consider these like money hacks or money tips or money management hacks, whatever. But with these 10 tips, I hope it will be useful to you. Before we start the video, don't forget to like this video, comment down below and subscribe to my channel. I post videos regularly and I would love for you guys to be part of my viewers. So let's get on with our 10 tips to save money wisely. So tip number 1 is to set a goal. If you want to save money wisely, you have to think about what your goal is and what you would like to save money for. Now, would you like to save money for your school fees, or for a holiday, or for a new home? Whatever it is that you're saving money for, the first thing that you need to do is to set up a goal so that you could work towards that goal and you will feel more confident and more positive about smashing your goal. So tip number 2 is to pay yourself first. Now, when you get your salary or your wages per month, always set out a percentage that will be your personal savings. Now, you could make it 25% or 30%, whatever percentage that suits you. It's always nice to set it aside, to pay yourself, so that the rest of the money you could use it to, paying for your rent or like any other, necessity that you need to pay for. But first off, pay yourself first and use that money to save for. It could be like your emergency fund or something, but just save that money. Now, tip number 3 is to visit a library. Instead of, buying books from bookshops or, buying books online and all of that, if the book that you require is in a library, it's always nice to pay your library visit. You could sit down there and have a read through, or you could borrow the books from the library and take it home. Now, currently there is a lockdown right now in the UK due to, the pandemic. So it is not advisable to go out to a library right now. But I'm hoping that within a few years, when you stumble upon this video, everyone will be free to move about as usual. So yeah, instead of buying books online or in the bookshops and all of that, it's always nice to, visit the library and save that coin. By visiting the library, you will be able to save some money. So tip number 4 is to shop online. If you're doing your food shop online, for example, what I will do is to open about 3 browsers and then put in 3 different supermarkets on there, and I'll compare the prices. So whichever supermarket has a better price for me, that is the supermarket that I will shop at. So for instance, I'm in the UK, I could open Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's, or whichever one that suits me, and I'll just compare the prices of their items and then choose the one that is best, for me. So that way you get to check out the discounts that they've got going on, or if they have sales going on, and you could be able to save some money through that, through buying online. Instead of going in store and shopping in store, you can do that online and, save money on transport fare going there, and also just save your time and money comparing prices and getting the best buy for you. So tip number 5 is to sell your old items on eBay or Depop or Vestia. There's so many online shops where you could resell your items, your used items especially. Instead of hoarding a lot of items in your house, your house literally has like gems. Like, someone will actually value your old items. So yeah, you could always, put them up for sale on eBay, and you could get good money for your old items. And also, try checking out car boot sales. Like, car boot sales are like very good. Or even swaps on Facebook. Like, there are some groups on Facebook where you can swap your old items to, you know, swap with someone else. Or you can even sell on Facebook, eBay, you know, different sites have these options for you to sell your old items. So tip number 6, you need to go through your bank statement to check out your direct debits and subscriptions. If there's anything that you need to cancel or pause, then this is the time to check those direct debits out. Now, you could have direct debits for your phone line or for your TV, or even like Amazon subscriptions. Like, the list is endless. So if you no longer need those items, this is the time to cancel them or even pause them. Another good way to save on your subscriptions is to call the provider up and tell them that you want to move over or switch to a different provider, and through that they will be able to match the next provider that you're going to move to, or even give you like a huge discount that would save you so much money. So that is another good way to save some money. Tip number 7, shop quality items instead of quantity. Now, I know it's so easy for us to go to bargain shops to get like cheap deals and all of that. Now, those items might be cheap, but it could be a case of penny wise, pound foolish. So you have to really weigh in your options. It's much better to buy quality items so that they can last you a long time. They might be expensive, but then they would last you a long time. So it will be good value for your money instead of quantity items that would only last you a short period and will waste. So tip number 8. Yes, so this one is for my foodies. Like, if you love eating out and, you know, spending that money on some good roast or whatever tickles your fancy, this is the time to save some money on all these trips to the restaurants. Now, instead of spending so much money on restaurants and takeaways, this is the time to use that money for your weekly food shop. Invest that money into home cooking. It's such a great time for you to meal plan and home cook your meals. That way you get to save a ton of money that you would have spent on just a dinner or a lunch. You would use that money to buy food items that you could make like 3 square meals, if not more, you know. So yeah, home cooking is such a good option for you to save so much money on. I know going out and eating out and about is always fun. I mean, it should be like a treat where you treat yourself and your loved ones once in a while, but it shouldn't be like an everyday thing whereby you have to go out to eat every time. You would see that you would be spending way too much money on eating out. This is the time to save on your weekly food shop and cook at home. It's always even more delicious and flavorsome when you smell that good food, you know, in your house, you know. Yeah, so it's always exciting and fun to home cook. So tip number 9 is to have a spending tracker. Some bank accounts have a spending analysis whereby you'll be able to see where your money goes to each month. It's always good for you to track that spending so that you can know where you need to cut down on your spending. You know, if you need to reduce your spending on eating out or days out, you know, with the kids and all of that, you can always use the spending analysis to cut down on your spending. Yeah, so there's I use Sterling Bank. So on my Sterling Bank account you could track your spending habits, and there's another one, I think it's called spending tracker. So you could check it out on, you know, your Apple or Google store. It's a tracker called spending tracker. So yeah, if you download the tracker, it will show you where your money goes to each month. So yeah, it will be really good for you to track your spending and save more. And the last and final one is tip number 10. Now this is for my travel buddies, like people that are always on the go. If you have to travel, always book ahead of time. So you could find that the airline is doing like a deal at some particular months of the year. So it's always good for you to plan ahead of time and buy your tickets, you know, ahead of time. Or You could travel off peak. Now if you do not have kids, this is also a good time to travel. You travel off peak, prices of tickets are usually very low off peak. Yeah, so, and if you've got kids, you have to check with the school first to see if it is okay for you to take the kids with you or not. But traveling off peak is also a good way to save money on your travels. A bonus tip I would also include in this video is using cashback sites. Now there are different kinds of cashback sites online. It will be useful to you to use them to get some coins back from your spending. So it's a good one to try out. These are my 10 tips for saving money wisely. I hope this video has been very useful to you, and if it has been useful to you, please make sure you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. I post videos weekly and I would love for you to be part of my viewers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!